All right, fellas. So this is actually going to be a quick one today. Would you guys say this is the easiest Super Battle Road stage that has come out in recent memory? I definitely would. So this is the artificial Lifeforms stage of just regular old Super Battle Road, right? This actually dropped at time of voiceover. This dropped a few days ago, and who the hell knows when this will get out, but hopefully the day after I record this, right? So hopefully, what would that be, the 16th? Anyway, so this is the artificial lifeform stage. Now, when this dropped over on the JP side of the game, there were two very, very, very good characters that were not out yet, and actually, I think there may have been three. I'd have to double check this, but I believe that, of course, Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 were not out yet on JP, right? Of course, because this dropped probably a couple of months ago over there on the JP side of the game. And then actually LR Metal Cooler, who I definitely utilize in this run, not to his full potential or his, anything like that, but on this artificial lifeforms team, he actually does fit in like relatively well, the way that he's able to like build up ki and this kind of thing. I mean, look, dude, we just one-turned the first stage. I mean, that's definitely why I'm doing voiceover just over all of the entrance animations. Matter of fact, the majority of this video is just straight up, dude. The majority is just the entrance animations of Gamma 1 and Gamma 2, right? So Gamma 1 and Gamma 2, I mean, I've talked about them in every video I've used them in since they've come out, right? I've used them in a lot of different runs, countless red zone runs, countless Super Battle Road runs. Basically anywhere you can run them, you're going to want them on your team if you have them, right? Now, one thing is if you did not pull either Gamma 1 nor Gamma 2, I think there's a pretty good shot that they will be back, relatively soon. Let's say even before year's end. And I don't think that power creep is going to explode like it has in the last 6 months or so. I really, really don't. I think that, yeah, there might be a little bit of 8th anniversary power creep, and I think the 8th anniversary units will assuredly be better than the 7th anniversary units, but I think really it was that introduction of the 200% meta. That is why power creep exploded so much, and that's why it left so many units in the dust, and that's why so many units moving forward have been designed in just such an excellent way, right? Just to keep up with the 200% meta, and then of course to keep up with Red Zone, right? Red Zone, it's the ultimate test for these units, right? It really, really is. Say what you want about Red Zone, but like look at, it's like stuff like Super Battle Road matters and Extreme Super Battle Road matters, but look at how easily we're able to just vanquish these enemies, right? Especially with units like Gamma 1 and Gamma 2. So Gamma 1, of course, I mean, in a nutshell, if you haven't used them, if you didn't pull them, if you're brand new to the game and the banner just went away, which it did, I think yesterday or the day before, Gamma 1 and Gamma 2, at least over here on Global, they are the two best TURs in the game. And depending on your play style, you might like one over the other. But I think kind of the general consensus is that Gamma 1 is the better overall unit, simply because he can tank quite a bit better. So if you get Gamma, I've done this before, by the way, but if you can get Gamma 1, so let's just say Cell Max, right? Toughest fight in the game. Not to the Gammas, but, Cell Max, toughest fight in the game. If you can still have Gamma 1's guard activated and he double supers and is fully built up, he can tank Cell Max's super attack for double digits. No joke. That was when I had him with one dupe. I have subsequently pulled one more dupe of him. I had very, very good luck on the Gamma's banner. I'll just go ahead and leave it at that. But that's how strong the Gammas are, right? So that's Gamma 1, right? He's just an excellent tank. Gamma 2, he's like a mini LR Cooler is what he's like. So LR Cooler, of course, he can potentially super attack 6 times in a turn. This Gamma 2 can basically do the same thing. But of course, he doesn't have the stats of Cooler. Gamma 2 seems to build up pretty quick, man. After his, second super attack, dude, he's shelling out these 9, 10 million attack stats if he's linked up with Gamma 1. And heaven forbid, dude, you've got support on rotation, man. There's just there are almost no enemies in the game. Again, maybe Cell Max, maybe some red zone bosses that can withstand a Gamma 2 full onslaught, right? So, again, these guys are just the cream of the crop over here on Global. I think the only unit even in the conversation in the same, in the same sort of ilk as Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 is the Kid Goku, right? The Path to Power Kid Goku, the Movie Heroes Goku. But remember, that unit is on both of the Gamma's teams, right? The Movie Heroes squad, right? The Movie Heroes team. So there are some combinations of teams these days, man, especially if you've got some dupes in these units. We're like, dude, you just can't be beaten. Like, you just win. Like, again, if you've got Gamma 1, picture this team, right? You've got Gamma 1, Gamma 2, on the Movie Heroes team. You've got the Path to Power Kid Goku. You've got God Goku. You've got let's just say you've got the LR Gods, and then you've got STR Piccolo, right? Just kind of throw on as a floating option. I mean, dude, how do you lose? I mean, there's just, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, there are some rare instances where you can, but overall, I've talked very little about other units on this team. I guess we can move on to some other units. And if you don't have the Gammas, I think the best course of action is you use this guy on screen right now. So AGL Cell. Now watch this. AGL Cell just tanked a type disadvantage for double digits. Now this AGL Cell has 3 dupes, so he's a 90% cell. And remember, Imperfect Cell, dude, he kind of sucks. But unless, the caveat being, is unless you're up against 3 or more enemies, which we are indeed. So 2 enemies, I guess, but still. He really powers up a lot when you have 3 enemies on the team. And AGL Cell, dude, I mean, you can run all of the cells. They are all artificial life forms. The only unit you're really missing out on are the tech androids, who certainly, it's a big-time bummer they don't classify them as artificial life forms. I kind of get it. On the other hand, I kind of don't, right? I really wish that they were on artificial life forms. Of course, extra categories for that unit would not be a horrible thing, but, here we are. So, but we are about to wrap up this run, dude. I mean, we're just straight up rocking full health. Gamma 1 just incapable of taking damage here. There's a dodge. He's got his guard up. 9.5 million attack stat, dude. I mean, it's just GG's. Just nothing can withstand this team, man. I mean, this isn't even the optimal version of this team, but, dude, nothing can withstand, dude. The Gammas, AGL Cell, even like LR Fizz Cell and stuff. Like, dude, no one can withstand them. But there's really not much else to talk about, man. You can just straight up fill in all of the other units that you have, just kind of with whatever you have. If you've got any sort of combination of this, you're good. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video here. Slap a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you are new, and I will catch you in the next one. Later.